Greetings, everyone. My name is Bee Nicole, and I would like to welcome you to a conversation with Chidi Umeh. I had an opportunity to connect with Chidi virtually a couple of months ago, and he joined me and a group of young creatives that I work with and provided an amazing presentation that inspired myself, my colleagues, and the young adults that I work with. Chidi, would you mind
Hi.
introducing yourself? Hi.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, B, for having me here. It's an honor to be here again with you. The works you guys are doing are so very much inspiring, and I am honored, and I am learning a great deal from you guys too. The creative work is something that, this generation needs that, especially our young adults. So I am really, really very grateful to be here with you on this and to share my story with everyone. So, hi, everyone. My name is ChidiGabrielUmeh. I don't need no any more introduction. But I'm a mind development coach. I'm an author, and I'm the founder of the Mercurius LLC. So, as time goes on, as we go on this conversation, you'll get to know more about me. But I'm happy to be here to share my story. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for agreeing to join me and share your story. I definitely feel as though it's one that needs to be told. So, with that being said, would you tell us a little bit about your upbringing and what influenced where you are today?
Yeah, so my upbringing is a very tough one though, but I wouldn't change anything because that contributed a lot to where I am today. Because I had a mom, or she's still alive, so my dad is late, but I have a mom who is very strict when it comes to moral standards, and that helps me and my siblings a lot. We are four in numbers, three boys and a girl. So we saw life in, not that people don't go through what we went through, but to me, it created an experience that I can just forget, in a hurry. Being a 4-year-old child facing a war, between a religious war, back then, and from where I came from. So all those things are things that, molded the way I think and I see the world. But I'm grateful to God that my mother was able to pull us through with my dad too before we encountered some things. But my upbringing has played a major role, especially from the side of my mom, because of her, her dedication to make sure we turn out, being good people. So for her, that's what she always wanted, being good people. But the one thing that I take from my upbringing that have served me a great deal to date is the tenacity in the face of adversity. Because my mom made sure that we never succumb to life difficulties and uncertainties. She always taught us to push through, towards difficult situations in life. And that has helped me a great deal going through everything that I went through in life, remembering being homeless with my elder brother when I lived with him, for almost a year. So all those things that I encountered helped me to push through all those moments. And here I am today doing what I'm doing. So I
And
played a major role, yeah.
super grateful that you are here today. You
Yeah.
mentioned self-education briefly. What does that mean to you, and how have your experiences shaped your determination to grow spiritually, emotionally, physically, financially?
Yeah. Well, that's a very interesting question. So, self-education to me means everything, like literally everything, because I wouldn't even be doing what I'm doing now without self-education. I'm not taking anything away from formal education. Formal education is very important. But the thing about self-education is there is no curriculum with self-education. There is no like restrictions, because we human beings, we possess so many forces, like we have many potentials inside of us. And what self-education does is it helps us to prepare us towards the real life situations. So it helps us to grow, not just in any particular area of life, but it helps us to grow in every dimensions of life. So self-education played a very major role in my life. Like whatever I'm doing now, trust me, I dropped out of school because of financial difficulties, but self-education brought me where I am today. So whatever I'm doing, and another thing about self-education is you can't stop, it's not like formal education that you get to a cap when you graduate from high school. Now you do the college and that's it. And maybe you want to go ahead to do your master's or do a PhD. So there is no cap in self-education. It's a life, it's a life learning. You keep learning day by day. So you never stop learning it. There's no day you will wake up and say, okay, I'm at the height of it, let me stop. So that is one thing I love about self-education. And it has helped in building my determination because it exposes me to what I possess inside of me and helps me to see people. Because sometimes you won't be able to really relate with people and communicate with them if you don't see the world from their perspective. And that's another thing that self-education helps you do. It makes you see people from different angles of life, different parts of life. And that has really contributed a major deal in moving me forward. And, and in terms of the finances, it has helped me a great deal. In terms of mentally, I can be able to communicate with people. I can be able to be in control of some habits that I know that I can't be controlled over before. And, spiritually, it has helped me to be very open-minded. So those are the things that, like, if I start to list the advantages of self-education, we're not going to stop today because it meant everything to me. So, yeah.
Awesome. Yes. Thank you for sharing that. I felt that. I really felt that. The word breakthrough. What comes to mind when you hear that word, and what was your breakthrough moment?
Wow. The word breakthrough, that word is a very powerful word.
Mm-hmm.
That word is very powerful, both spiritually and every otherwise. That word is very powerful because there is always a moment in life that, people normal way of living or normal way of, their sense of reasoning is being disrupted. There's always a strong emotion that comes, in our everyday life. Sometimes it might be stronger than the previous one. So, but there is this moment that we can't deny sometimes when something happens that seems strange. The strangeness is not that it has never happened before to anybody or even to you, but the strangeness comes as a result of the strong feelings that backed it up. And sometimes these things are triggered by words, or sometimes it's triggered by an event. Sometimes it's triggered by, the events can involve a sudden death of a loved one. It can involve something. So breakthrough is a very powerful word because whenever that word breakthrough comes into place, it means you've broken through something. It means your normal cycle of life has been disrupted. It means the normal way you reason, something has obstructed it. So to me, breakthrough in life is something that we don't just have once. It happens at different stages of our life, but it is a moment that always defines us. So for me, the breakthrough that I had was the night that I had an accident. I was going through this, because my wife's health situation, suffering from ALS and having a 2-year-old baby. So all these things every day was just like the same. So all these things were so heavy on me. And I literally accepted life as it was then. I didn't find no meaning to pursue whatever. I didn't even have no purpose or anything that is higher than me that I want to go after. I just accepted what it is at that moment. I said, this is it. Whatever comes, that is it. Until that particular night that I had that accident, this strong emotion came with a very strong question that what if this is the night What if this night is the night you lived your last day here on earth? What will you say to yourself? Will you be able to be proud of the life you lived? Will you be able to be proud of your contributions? Will you be proud that you fulfilled a purpose, that you lived a meaningful life? I was looking at my car, totally, destroyed, but all those questions was going through my head with the strong emotion that was attached to it. I know that this is it. That particular night changed everything. It was actually early morning, around 4 to 5 a.m. That particular day changed everything. That was when I decided to make a decision. I took that decision that day that this is not what I wanted for myself. So that night was my breakthrough moment. What I regarded as normal was obstructed. The way of my reasoning was obstructed. It was just I was launching into something new. So for me, that is what breakthrough means.
Wow. Wow, you are so inspirational and powerful. I would really like to know, like, what and who inspires you?
That's a very interesting question. What inspires me is life. Why I said that, oftentimes when I said that to, the people, my clients or some of my friends, that life inspires me. Sometimes they don't understand why I said that, but I have been through a lot in this life. I have went through things that I don't even want to remember those memories. They are, like I said, I'm not going to change anything, but they are painful memories. I remember losing my dad. I remember, like I mentioned before, being homeless. I was earning 15,000 from where I came from in Nigeria. That money is for a month. That money is $38 in US, $38 for a month. That is what I earn. And I couldn't afford to pay for a house. I just sleep at my place of work. I sleep at a friend's house sometimes, and this lasted for months, close to a year. So I've seen pains, I've seen things in life, but the only thing that kept me moving is this. That is why I say life inspires me. When I came here in the United States, I saw that I was ignorant of so many things, that there are other aspects of life that I've not witnessed. I'm not just talking about money now. So I looked at life and I saw that life itself is infinite. When I die, life still continues for other people. And the fact that there are so many people bringing in their own lives into this thing called life itself with their own uniqueness to make a difference. When I begin to notice all that and acknowledge all that, that inspired me. I understand the fact that I am not alone, that whatever I have been through, whatever that I'm going through at that moment, and whatever I will see in the future, that I am not alone. That inspires me never to want to give up. And then when you talk about people who inspires me, a lot of people inspired me because I saw different things. I learned from different people. There are moments in my life that I'll be so down that all I needed then was faith. I listened to people like Bishop, David. I listened to people like Bishop T.D. Jakes because I know at that moment this is what I need. So they inspire me with the words, and the way they teach. So there are moments that I will be so down that all I needed was motivation. I listen to people like Dean Graziosi. I listen to people like Joel Austin. So that's why I say a lot of people inspired me. There is one man that, inspired me the most in this life. And his name is, he might not be that popular, but to me, he's a very popular man. His name is Simon Sinek. This man showed me from his teachings what it really means to live a life with meaning, living a life having a just cause, knowing that this life, if you live a life and you don't leave something behind, you don't leave a legacy, that means in the game of life you lost. So it made me understand that life is not just about what we do for ourselves, it's what we do for other people. So those are the people. There's a lot of people that inspired me. That, like I said, people, a lot of people. Tony Robbins, his words sometimes when he speaks to you in the times of your mindset and all that, there are a lot of people that have learned things from in terms of building good habits in life. People like Brendan. So life itself inspires me, and people in the life itself also inspires me.
Awesome. Yes. You mentioned legacy, and I feel like this is a great segue for you to tell us about your movement, Mercurius.
Yeah, that's a very good. So whenever I hear someone mention that name, I feel so much alive because that is what I represent. If you look at my website, I said this is something that I'm willing to live and die for. And I wasn't kidding when I said that, because I realized something. Mercurius wasn't just something that, an idea popped up and I wanted to do something. No, it is more than that. It's something more personal, more spiritual, something more emotional. Like it connects to every areas of life. So Mercurius, like I said, is not just a brand, it's a movement. And the reason for this is I always tell people that Mercurius didn't start with me. It started through me. So what I mean by that is, before Mercurius, a lot of people has been doing what Mercurius is, doing. I might have my own unique way of bringing it in. But the main reason for me to make that statement that it started through me is because when I am not here, when my time is up on this earth, Mercurius still will live. So that is the legacy I want to leave. I want to leave a legacy where people will be free from depression, anxieties, all these mental retardations, all those stuff that control people. Because Mercurius is mainly to teach people how to manage, how to understand and manage their mind just like a person. Because sometimes you will see a very good CEO, a boss, crushing, his duty at work, managing 10,000 people. But when it comes to their personal life, it's just like a mess. They go through some certain things, to go through anxieties. They can make the best out of people. They can create a team that will be like a team A, make stars out of people. But why is it that their personal life is always in a mess? What is it that they are not seeing? So I realized that what if you get them to understand that those people you manage, if you can understand people and manage them perfectly, what if you can understand your mind that way and manage it that way? What difference will it make? You will see a nurse that knows how to take care of people, have so much empathy for people, know how to care and love people, but they can't even find love themselves. They don't even love themselves. When you see them in their private life, they can't even love themselves. But when they are out there, they know how to love people, to show that care, but they can't even take care of themselves. Why is that? Because they are lacking one thing. They are not in control. The place they derive their motivation from is where the problem is. Motivation is supposed to come from the inside. That is what makes it more powerful. But they derive their motivation from their job. That is why they do good at their job. But their inside is in shambles. Simply because they are not able to control their mind. Events, past experiences, stuff around are controlling their mind. So they don't have that freedom of the mind. They are still slaves to certain things. So that was how Mercurius was birthed. I said, I will make this movement, and I know that I might not be able to achieve all that, but as much as I can, I will. So that is why, that is how Mercurius started. And I'm looking for, like-minded people to be able to get rid of all those things. Let people understand, let them discover, help them to discover the full length of their mind power, the potential that they have, so that they can actually live a successful, a meaningful, and a fulfilled life. Because these three has to be there. It's not just about the success. Your life has to be successful. It has to be meaningful to you. And you have to feel fulfilled living your life. So this is what, Mercurius is all about.
Oh my goodness, I love it. Chidi, thank you so much for spending this time with me and sharing your wisdom with those who are watching. How can people connect with you? How can people find you?
Well, you can find me on our website. You can go to mercuriousmind.com. And we have so many social media handles. You can go to, you can find us on Instagram, with my personal name. You can connect with me personally, because I love working with people personally, because I love knowing people. I love, developing relationships. So you can find us on Instagram, my name, Chidi Gabriel. You can find us on Facebook, Chidi Gabriel, on LinkedIn, Chidi Gabriel. So you can connect with us in so many ways. You can send us emails on info@mercuriousmind.com. My team will be so prompt to answer you. That's the way I train my team to be very, caring, place people first before any other thing. So you can connect with us. Just go to our website, and every other information you need is up there.
Awesome. Yes, all of that information can be found in the description box of this video. Please connect with Chidi. As you all can see, he is absolutely amazing. If you want to connect with me, feel free to visit www.RebelAssemblage.com. All of our information will be in the description box as well. I would like to thank you all for joining us for a conversation with ChidiGabrielUmeh. We have some more amazing virtual events coming soon, so stay tuned. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And yes, please take care of yourself. And I look forward to connecting with you all soon. Until next time.